In this video, we'll show you how to install Harley-Davidson Audio powered by Rockford Fosgate. Welcome back. I'm Eric with Rockford Fosgate, and today we're going to show you how to install our new all-in-one audio solution on this 2022 Harley-Davidson Lowrider ST. During the installation process, we'll be referring you to the product iSheets and the Harley-Davidson Service and Repair Manual. We include a paper copy of the product iSheet with your kit, and it's also available for download at HarleyDavidson.com. If you don't have the service manual, it can be purchased through your local Harley-Davidson dealership. To help guide you through the installation, you'll see these icons appear in the lower part of the screen. The first icon you'll see is to refer you to the Harley-Davidson Service and Repair Manual for your make and model. The second icon is for your product iSheet, illustrating the detailed installation process and the tools needed. Now, before you get started, you'll want to remove the fuse, then disconnect the battery terminals. To get started, let's remove the seat and both side covers. Once that's done, you can now unlatch the fuse holder located on the clutch side service area and remove the main fuse. Then we'll remove the negative terminal located on the brake side of the battery compartment. Next, we'll start the process to remove the battery tray to gain access to the positive battery terminal. Make sure to reference your service and repair manual. All right, now that we're done, you can access the positive terminal through the top of the battery compartment. Now we're ready to remove the windshield and the outer fairing. Start by removing the windshield by removing all but a couple of the screws. Then secure the windshield while removing the remaining screws. Once that's done, remove the screws holding the outer fairing in place. Support the front of the fairing to prevent it from scratching any paint. While removing the fairing with one hand, detach the headlamp wiring connector with your free one. All right, now you're ready to remove the outer fairing clip nuts. Carefully lift the gasket up to access the clip nut and insert your pick tool into the retaining tab. Lift upward to remove it from the fairing. Now these will not be reused during the reinstallation process. Next, detach the upper fairing, then inspect the OEM panel clips and replace them if damaged. Replacements are included in the kit. Now we can install the new audio subassembly to the lower fairing. Align the fairing mounting tabs and firmly push them together. Once that's done, secure the subassembly to the frame using the provided hardware. Now we're ready to install our jumper harness. We'll start by connecting the jumper harness to the amplifier's power connector underneath the audio assembly. Next, unseat the 16-way fairing harness from the tab mounted on the fairing mounting bracket. Then, detach this from the main backbone harness. Inspect the 16-way fairing harness to locate cavity 11. The pin numbers are located on the edge of the connector. Using a pick tool, pull out the inner receptacle until it clicks into the open position. It only moves a small amount, so don't pull too hard or you'll possibly pull all the pins out. Insert the HD Molex electrical connector terminal remover into the upper hole to remove the seal pin from cavity 11. You may need a small pair of pliers or hemostats to remove the pin. Once that's done, install the red-yellow pin into the harness, noting the orientation of the top tab. Now push down the inner receptacle to relock it in place. Once that's done, you can reattach the 16-way fairing harness. Now, attach the headlight jumper connector. All right guys, we're halfway done. Now we're ready to finish the wiring in the battery compartment. Locate and disconnect the 20-way backbone harness. We use the pick tool to unlatch the release tab and disconnect the harness. Just like the front pin process, you'll need to locate cavity 9 and remove the seal pin. Again, the pinouts are located on the edge of the connector. Install the terminal pin from the fuse harness and reconnect the 20-way backbone connectors. Next, remove the fuse cap and insert the fuse. Okay, now we're ready to make our battery connections and reinstall the fuse. Make sure to reference your service and repair manual. Okay, we're ready to make our Bluetooth connections and test the system. With the motorcycle in the on position, connect your mobile device to the Bluetooth amplifier. Next, open your Harley-Davidson Audio powered by Rockford Fosgate app to add your motorcycle. Once the motorcycle is recognized, tap to select it. Tap the diagnostics icon to check the status of your system by ensuring the audio components are recognized. Now you can also use the app to change the EQ settings and engage the automatic volume control. If there's a red circle on the main menu icon, that means there's an upgrade available. Make sure your firmware is updated as needed. Now that everything is working, we're ready to clean up our wiring. We've included some zip ties and harness retainers to help with the process. Then once that's done, you can reassemble the motorcycle and get this lowrider back out on the road. As you can see, that install was pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions or prefer to have a professional do the installation, please don't hesitate to contact your local Harley-Davidson dealership. Until next time, I'm Eric, and we'll see you again soon.